All right, everybody, we are here at the card show. This is a show I've never been to before, in a town I've never been to before. This is Lee Summit, Missouri, the hometown of Drew Lock, quarterback of the Denver Broncos, and Monte Harrison, who is on the Miami Marlins. You may have pulled some of his cards from Top Series 1. Anyway, that's besides the point. They've got a show here at the American Legion building. I've never been into this show. I don't know if they've ever even had one before. It only advertised 20 tables, so it might be a little bit smaller. But we'll see what we can find. I'll do my best to film in there, but man, based on the parking lot, it is packed. So it might be kind of shoulder to shoulder in there, but we'll see what we can do. All right, let's check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is packed wall to wall. All sorts of people.
One of them sold for $300.
Did they?
Yeah. We got it for, someone took 3 Pokemon pins from us at Target. Because they were in front of us, they got sports cards and Pokemon. And we traded and they gave us that.
I hadn't seen one of those in person yet.
Which one? Oh, I know. Isn't that sweet? That's cool.
I was surprised that they gave us for that.
These are generally the quarterback cards that I mean, when you pitch in, it's not like that. Right, because it's so important. Right. Pitchers should be well, you're the greatest for this exactly. It's a sign for the Roy. No, thank you. Not surprised.
HGA, of course, for people. Oh, okay. A lot of people don't like it. Peek over your shoulder in it.
Get my glasses on so I can see.
So be it.
How long is their turnaround time? Did you do them yourself?
Yeah, I did. I got 4 submissions coming back. I wanted to test all of them in 60 days, 30 days.
All right, everybody, I am back from the card show. I'm excited to show you what I was able to pick up. This show was insanely packed. Holy cow. It was kind of a smaller venue, and there were people shoulder to shoulder the entire time. I was just kind of wading in and out through people the entire time I was there. I was there for a couple hours, and here's what I was able to pick up. Kind of switched gears during the middle of this show, and I'll talk about that here in 1 second. You know, you've seen me on my channel usually pick up kind of quite a bit of lower end purchases, and I try to just kind of search for those values. And I started out kind of doing the same thing. The guy who was putting on the show, I didn't actually film a clip of his display, had a ton of really cool cards, but I found these 2 Michael Jordan cards. This was not that 5,000 card box of Jordans that I featured in the video. 89-90 hoops, and then this 92-93 Flair Ultra. I don't have either one of those in my collection. I think I paid $10 for both of those. And then I thought about some other cards that he had, but I just never got around back to those. The table right next to him was a younger kid who had a bunch of more recent cards that he was selling for $1 a piece, and so I picked all these up for $1 a piece. Michael Porter Jr. is from my area, went to the University of Missouri. This NBA Hoops premium stock, purple shimmer, I don't know exactly what it's called. Purple speckle card maybe. We got this laser parallel of Brandon Clark rookie for the Memphis Grizzlies, this Talon Horton Tucker rookie for the LA Lakers, and then a LeBron James for $1. I mean, why not for premium stock? And then this Lugan Storts rookie, who I feel like I read an article about or saw a video where he's really turned it on over the last couple of weeks for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I paid $5 there, and at that point I was kind of following my typical game plan of these kind of lower end purchases. But then I saw a couple of the other vendors had some cards that I've really had my eye on for a while, and that's when I decided to switch gears, which is something I've wanted to do for a while. You know, instead of kind of trying to get those bargain, prices and picking up a lot of cards for pretty cheap, you know, focusing more on those $2 to $3, $5 to $10 cards. I've kind of wanted to start to shift my focus to, if I have, you know, an $80 or $100 budget, whatever it is, instead of focusing on quantity, maybe focusing on fewer cards, but some more higher end cards, and starting to add some of those higher end cards to my collection. So, and it just happened to work out. At this show, there were some people who had some cards that I've really had my eye on and haven't been able to find or haven't just pulled the trigger on. So I'll get to that in a second. The next guy I stopped at when I was kind of making my lap, he had this Jordan Beckett card, or Beckett issue #1, the very first basketball Beckett. I don't have this. I do have a couple other Beckett's of Michael Jordan somewhere down in my stash of stuff, but that very first Beckett has Patrick Ewing on the back as well. There are actually a couple people that had copies of this, which I've never seen that at a card show before, so it was kind of ironic to see that from multiple tables. And the guy who I bought it from, I think, charged me $10, which I didn't, have any idea if that was a good price or not. But when I got home, I saw that was about the going rate on eBay. And then he also had this relic card of Chipper Jones, and I've always got my eye out for Chipper Jones for my buddy Kevin McLeod, who provided me with this little Matt Chapman figurine from him and his wife, and then this really cool Eric Hosmer patch autograph card from redemption card from Series 1. I didn't have any idea he had sent that to me, but at the show, I'm always looking for Chipper Jones, and so this one, which kind of got that refractor look, it's numbered 6 out of 50. I don't know if that'll focus really well, but that's 6 out of 50. And to get a Chipper Jones relic card from 2020 Topps Gold Label, I think that was like $20 total for both of those, the magazine and the Chipper card. So I was feeling pretty good about myself. And then I had another few pickups here before I get to my bigger, higher end stuff. I had a subscriber reach out to me, and it was in my 1,250 subscriber giveaway contest. And he said, hey, if I don't win the contest, can I just, PayPal you some money, and then maybe you pick up some cards for me at the card show? Because I haven't had one in my area in forever. And I know that's kind of the situation for a lot of people, just with all the different COVID regulations, or just maybe in your area you don't have many shows that come around. So the subscriber had reached out to me, and I said, sure, go ahead. And so he sent me some money over PayPal, and then I was able to pick up some cards. He said his son was a big fan of the Colorado Rockies, so I picked up a couple of Topps Chrome there, and then a Topps insert of Nolan Arenado, an insert of Trevor Story, and then a Chrome of Trevor Story. This Chipper Jones is going to go to Kevin McLeod as well, as is this one. These were kind of just like $1 or $2 a piece. And then anyway, the subscriber who sent me the kind of PayPal to kind of do his personal shopping also said he was a vintage fan and a Boston fan. And so I saw this Ted Williams, I believe this is from 1976, All-Time All-Stars, kind of has a retrospective of his career. Elected to the Hall of Fame in 1976. You can't really see it on camera, but I believe it is from 1976 Topps. It's right down here, but I doubt I can get the camera to focus. So that was kind of a lower end purchase for him. And then another vendor had a whole bunch of these 1975 cards in PSA slabs. James Timothy McCarver here. So I was able to pick up for him 1975 PSA 8 of Tim McCarver. This vendor was so cool. He had a ton of awesome recent, kind of modern cards, but then he said he had all these 1975 slabs for like $10 and under of just cards that he said at one point he was putting together the entire 1975 Topps set in PSA 8s or better. And according to him, he got almost done. I think he said he was missing the Robin Yount, and he just never got around to getting it. And so he was just selling off all those other cards that he had. And so I picked up that one for my subscriber buddy who was a Boston fan and a vintage card fan. So hopefully that 1975 Topps PSA 8 will fit well into your collection. Hopefully that is going to be worth your money. Otherwise, I apologize. I've never done any personal shopping before. But anyway, okay, here's my 2 big purchases of the afternoon. Like I said, I've always wanted to kind of shift my focus here this year away from some of the smaller end purchases and pick up some higher end cards that I've had my eye on. And it just happened to work out that there were a couple vendors that had some cards that I've really been looking for. And here is the first one. This is the Christian Yelich 2013 Topps Update. And I did purchase this card off of eBay a couple years ago, kind of when Yelich was going bonkers there and winning MVPs back-to-back years. But this one was in a lot better condition. The one that I bought off of eBay had a little bit of a surface issue, which, it's really hard to see on the computer screen. And so this one I felt like was really nicely centered on the front. I didn't really see any issues. The back is a little off-centered left to right. You can see there's more room on the left-hand side than there is on the right-hand side. And you can see the price there, $30, which This card has kind of lowered itself in value as Yelich kind of struggled last year, and then he got hurt this year. He's still kind of injured with that back issue, and so I thought this was a good chance to buy low on Christian Yelich, who I still have a lot of faith in. I still really think is a good player, and I really still think can be very, very good for Milwaukee once he comes back from injury. So to get this card kind of at a lower price than you would normally find over the last couple of years, I was super excited about. And then the final purchase is a card that I have had my eye on kind of in the back of my head for a while that I just never have really pulled the trigger on, and it is this, the Ronald Acuna Jr. 2018 Topps Update card. This is the Bat Up edition, or I don't know if they call it the blue jersey, where his bat is pointing up. You know, this card, along with the Juan Soto, have made that 2018 update set just so insane. Gleyber Torres is in there as well, but he's kind of cooled off a little bit. Card US 250, and he had 3 copies of this. The guy was so nice. He said it was his first ever show, and he had tons of modern cards that were just amazing. He had a gold parallel of the Tatis rookie card, which, oh wow, was just amazing to see. He had so many cool modern cards. And he had 3 copies of this, and so I picked the one that I thought was in the best shape. The other 2 kind of had a little dings on the corners, and so this one was the one in the best shape, in my opinion, according to my kind of amateur eye here. And so I picked it up, and I believe, you know, the prices on these were pretty decent. You know, I didn't come away with a steal on either one of them. $30 for the Yelich, and I think I paid like $70 for the Acuna. But those are about the going eBay rates. But to get it in person where you can actually inspect the card, not have to worry about shipping, I was super excited to pick up these 2. So I spent a little bit more than I do at a typical show, but I started to knock off some of these big-time cards that I've been wanting to add to my collection. I still don't have the Soto, the US 300, the Topps Update Soto rookie out of this set. That may be one that I eventually kind of set my sights on long-term. But to get that Acuna is really nice because I've not been able to find that, and let alone find it in a good condition at a good price. So, all right, guys, so that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you kind of enjoyed going along for the ride with me for this card show. They're going to have some more card shows in this Kansas City area over the summer, and I also think they just opened a hobby shop in the Lee Summit area. So I'm super excited to go back to shows out here in the future, just a different variety of cards. And I was really excited and had a lot of fun at that show. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in another video. Leave a comment below if you'd like, and if not, that is okay too. I appreciate everyone joining me today for this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Be good out there, everybody.